What's going on, everybody? Evan from BattleHawk Armory here, and today we have here the latest and greatest. This is a Lionheart Vulcan 9. All right, so we are in the studio here with the new Lionheart Vulcan 9. We have a couple different options on the table in front of us as far as the different trims and colors that you can get right now. We have an all black Lionheart Vulcan 9. Right here, dead center, we have the Vulcan 9 in a combat trim that does have the threaded barrel, and it is that gray Cerakote finish. You can also get these threaded barrels for your Vulcan 9 to add in after the fact. They are already available. And over on the far side, we have another regular model in this really unique bronze coloring that they call an ember finish. Now, we're just gonna run through some of the features, what you get in the packaging with it, how the pistol works and things like that. What do you get in the packaging? You get a lot. So first thing, you get this really cool soft case with every single Vulcan 9. Inside the packaging, you have a packet of SWIP 2000 EWL, cleaning kit, 2 magazines. Something really unique with these magazines is on the bottom of one of your mags, you do have a nano tool that actually nestles into the bottom of that magazine. You would just depress the button and then this nano tool comes out. So if you need a tool, you've got one there on the base plate of your magazine. Your other mags that you can get, you can also install that on or purchase them with or without, things like that. So those are some options. You do get a optic shim kit. So this is everything that you need to mount either a Trijicon RMRCC, which is its own footprint, which as you can see here will mount directly onto the Lionheart, or you have everything that you need to mount a Holosun K footprint optic or anything else that uses Holosun K footprint, such as the Shield RMSC footprint. So either Holosun K or Shield Sight are going to mount directly into the slide. Additionally, in the packaging, you get a really detailed user manual. This is one of the best user manuals that I've seen. It actually folds out to be a giant poster-sized user manual. So this goes over everything that you need to know as far as installing the optic, where to lubricate the pistol, how to take it apart, put it together, and everything in between. So really good user manual. And then you just have your standard fare cable lock that's required by law. So that's everything that you get in the packaging here. But taking a closer look at the pistols themselves, gonna kind of run you through the actual features, tabletop style here. So at the bottom, you do have an alloy grip frame here, so it's not going to be super heavy to carry around all day. However, you do have these really unique G10 grip panels on either side that do have a recoil shelf or gas pedal thumb rest, whichever way you'd like to phrase that here. Now, these are available as left-handed setups as well, so you can get that same shelf that would give you a thumb rest for your right hand if you were a left-handed shooter. You do have an ambidextrous manual thumb safety here at the rear of the grip tang. Up from there, there is your hammer. Pushing that forward gives you that double action plus that gives you the same ease of use of a double action pull, but you still get the really light, short pull of single action on there. So just pushing that hammer forward is how you're gonna get to that double action plus. Moving up from there, you do have a takedown notch indicated on your slide. So if you read the manual, it'll tell you how to line up that notch to actually get the slide off of the pistol for field stripping or cleaning. Magazine catch is reversible as well, forgot to mention that, but obviously I had a little bit of teething issues with that magazine catch just because this isn't my pistol and I didn't want to swap it over at the range, but it is reversible if you are left-handed. And then up from there on top of the slide, you have a fiber optic front sight, a black rear sight, and then you do have that optics cut on the slide, which we'll roll some photos in of, but it's a really cool optics cut. It does have recoil bosses that you install in accompaniment with the screws, and the optics do fit very snugly in the slide. So it's a very strong and secure direct mount, so it keeps that optic super low, so you can still use the factory iron sights on the pistol. So that's just kind of a brief tabletop overview of the Vulcan 9. As you can see, we have one pistol right here in front that is a all black finished pistol that we have equipped with a Trijicon RMR-CC and a Streamlight TLR7 sub. We believe so much in the product that this pistol, the pistol that we took out to the range and ran several hundred rounds through today, is actually one that one of the employees here purchased. So this is one of our own personal carry guns moving forward here into the future. We are going to put this pistol through its paces. We have about 460 rounds of ammunition today that we are going to shoot through this Lionheart. We have a bunch of ammo ink. We have 100 rounds of the 115 total metal coatings, 100 rounds of 124 grain total metal coating, 100 rounds of the 147 total metal coating, some Target 115 grain hollow points, Target 124 hollow points, and then we have Sierra 115 defensive loads, Ammo Inc. 124 defensive loads, and some Fiocchi 147s. So we are going to put this pistol through its pace and see how it does, how it shoots, and if this is going to be a new contender in the double single action concealed carry market. All right, so we have our first 6 rounds of that Ammo Inc. 115 total metal coating. So we're going to start in that double action plus mode. There is a manual thumb safety on the rear as well if you want to carry it cocked or locked, or even in that double action plus with the manual thumb safety. We are through our first 100 rounds of the 115 Ammo Inc. We're moving on to 124s. All right, so it seems like we found a solution to my left-handedness, which is just some gloves here. Also helps because this pistol is getting quite warm as we're pushing to 200 rounds now. And that is 200 rounds done already. No malfunctions, again, aside from my own left-handedness with the Lionheart Vulcan 9. Switching over to Ammo Inc. 147s now. Those feel real nice. All right, so we're 300 rounds down of just some range ammo, but any good carry gun has to be able to feed hollow points. So what we have up first is one of my favorite types of ammunition. So this is an Ammo Inc. match hollow point. It's a Sierra non-expanding hollow point that you can see there. These are 115s. We have a box of these, another box of 124s, and then we'll get into some actual defensive loads. But we're going to see how this Lionheart Vulcan 9 does with some hollow points now. All right, 30 rounds of hollow points down. Let's load some more up. All right, we're pushing forward. We've got 50 rounds of the Ammo Inc. 124 grain Sierra match. Pushing on up to 400 rounds now. All right, so we are loading up for the next couple strings of fire. We have switched over to some actual defensive rounds. Up first, we've got some 115 grain Sierra Outdoor Master defensive loads. So we've got a box of those loaded up and ready to go. We've also pushed one of our targets all the way out to 25 yards, so that'd be like a 25-yard headshot. So we've got a little bit of distance now as we're closing in towards the end of our day at the range with the Lionheart Vulcan 9. One shot was just a little bit off the plate, which was totally me, but otherwise 4 out of 5 at 25 yards with a carry gun. Not bad at all. Perfect. All right, moving up the food chain, we shot a whole box of 115 grain Sierra defensive loads. We are now switching over to some Ammo Inc. 124 grain defensive loads. These are really good rounds for defense, especially at the price. The cool thing with these is they're loaded with Hornady XTPs. So we'll try a little bit of these out of the holster, and then we'll try a little bit of them for accuracy and precision out deep. All right, so far so good, and let's just try a few precision shots in single action all the way out at 25 yards with the Ammo Inc. defensive loads. Once again, one of them was just off the plate, which was 100% me, but 4 out of 5 at 25 yards, again with a carry gun. Pushing to the finish line, we are at 440 rounds fired so far. I've got 25 more of these Fiocchi 147 defensive loads, and that will bring our grand total up to 465 rounds for the day. So far, so good. No stoppages, no malfunctions of any kind. All right, and we've got 5 left, and we'll just finish it out. And there it is, 465 rounds with the Lionheart Vulcan 9 straight out of the box. We put no oil on this pistol, brought it to the range, and it ate everything that we could have asked of it. 115, 124, 147, range ammo, hollow points, target hollow points, you name it, this pistol chugged through everything we threw at it. We were able to mount up this Trijicon RMR CC right out of the box. The mounting system that this Lionheart uses is pretty cool, which we'll definitely show you in some of the more shop oriented footage, and through this Streamlight TLR7 on here, and this thing is ready to roll, ready to carry. Pretty cool double action plus pistol. Nice new option on the market. So we are just getting back from the range. We're back in the studio here with the Vulcan 9. Again, this is a product that we believe in so much that we have actually bought in, and this is one of our personal Vulcan 9s here. We ran 465 rounds through this pistol today with no stoppages, no malfunctions of any kind, which, to be honest, we were kind of anticipating that we might have some of those teething issues. Since this is a newer product to the market, we pulled this straight out of the box. We didn't oil it. I took some oil with just in case it started to kind of have some issues or things like that. But we kind of anticipated there might be some teething issues, or maybe the pistol was, too dry or overly lubricated or anything like that. But we wanted to pull it straight out of the box and start running it, as many of you out there do as well, and see what kind of happens. So that was really impressive. We were really surprised that 465 rounds of a ton of different grain weights, projectile shapes, things like that, we had no issues with at all. So first off, right off the bat, the reliability exceeded our expectations, especially for a brand new product to the market with no maintenance or lubrication before we took it out. Aside from that, obviously there were some issues with the ergonomics and me being a left-handed shooter. However, again, this is not my personal pistol, so I didn't want to kind of go too far down that rabbit hole of changing things around. But it is nice to know that as a left-handed shooter, you can actually get the different grip panels to give you that recoil shelf on the correct side for you. The safety is ambidextrous, and then the magazine catch is reversible as well. With this double action plus system, that was something that was really, really cool. I really liked that because you could stage that trigger during the draw all the way back to that wall super easily. So unlike a conventional double action pistol where you have a really heavy stroke for your first shot, it's still a very light trigger pull and you get to that wall really quickly. We think, honestly, that this Lionheart Vulcan 9 is kind of a product improvement over something like the Legacy Beretta PX4 Compact in a couple different ways. Obviously, the trigger mechanism is super unique with that double action plus mechanism. and also having a native optic cut right out of the box is a huge upgrade. The optic cut was really, really nice. And again, that double action plus with the ability to, during the draw with the safety off, charge the pistol, load the first round in the chamber, put it back into double action plus, and then stage that trigger all the way back to the rear. So essentially you still have a single action shot for that first shot. So the trigger, the way the mechanism worked, not only was it cool, but we were actually able to get some pretty good accuracy and speed out of the pistol as well. All of that being said, 465 rounds of ammunition, especially with several boxes of actual real defensive ammo, is a lot to shoot in a day. Out of any concealed carry gun. Most people might take it out and shoot a box, 2 boxes, or anything else like that. But we were able to run it all the way up to about 500 rounds in a pretty short period of time without any issues. So it's definitely a shootable gun. It's comfortable to hold. The grip texture was really good. We could get a really good purchase on it. And then as you can see when Ian was shooting it with the thumb shelf on there that he had the gas pedal, he was really able to drive the pistol really well. So all in all, super favorable first impression at the range with this Vulcan 9. So if this is something that you are interested in, if you have any questions about it, make sure you leave those in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this, or if there's anything else that you would like to see us take out, run through its paces, and bring back to you, the viewer, go ahead and leave us those comments down below as well. Make sure that you're following us on X, make sure that you like the page on Instagram, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.